You're not going to believe this, but I actually have a layout update video. Yes! That's right, I finally got some work done on the layout, and I purchased some things over the last, I don't know, couple months that I'd like to share with you, and maybe give you my insight on something also. And hey, how about the new t-shirt? Alright, let's get started. Okay, so I know everybody's dying to find out what I've done with the layout. I've had so many people ask me, when am I going to get back to working on the layout? So I finally did get back to working on the layout a little bit. So without further ado, I'll flip this camera around and give you a walkthrough. Alright, we're over here on the, I guess you would call it maybe the left side of the layout. Remember, I've discussed in my last couple update videos about having interchange / staging tracks, one along this wall and one over on this wall. Well, as you can see, I finally got everything in for this one. I did use insulated rail joiners right here, so eventually I don't have it now, I have it wired up just to run normal, but since it is isolated, I plan on wiring that up with a toggle switch so I can kill power to this track if I need to. You know, if I have a train sitting on it and I want to kill the power to the track just for the sake of killing the power, I can do that. And but that's what I did there. I don't think I'm gonna hide it. I was talking about hiding it or trying to figure out a way to hide it. I might just leave it visible. We'll see how that goes. For now, I'm not going to hide it. As we move around to the other one, I have the turnout placed here now. I had to piece in a turnout there, and there it goes. So I have the cork and the track laid. It's powered. I did the same thing too. I isolated this this spur with insulated rail joiners. So if I want to later on hook it up to a toggle switch, I can do that and then kill the power if need be. It ends right here. I curved it that way just in case if I ever wanted to extend it through here like it was originally, I can. But I'm going to block that off, I think, for now. But I'm going to leave it accessible in case I have to get in here, because my plan with this section, I would like to actually put an elevated town above it. So this would be actually hidden. So whether it be like a hillside with the town on top or whatnot, and it would probably start, the track would start to be hidden probably right around here. This would still be open. That's what I'm leaning towards, because that's about the only place that I have to put any type of town or houses. So instead of making it all kind of just industrial switching on this layout, I kind of wanted to have a town scene somewhere. So I'm thinking about having like an elevated town area, and then I could hide that track. And there was a turnout here. I removed that and put in a piece of straight track. So that's it. I have the interchange / staging tracks in. They're both roughly 11 feet long. So that gives you an idea. And that should be able to, my yard should be able to support that amount too, if I have them something coming in from there into the yard, which is how the plan is going to be. Another thing I did was install a few throttle pockets around the layout. There's one there. I have one over here and one on this side. Another thing that I did was install some plexiglass on either side of my lift out here, which I should have did a long time ago, just in case there's a derailment. That'll definitely save things from hitting the floor. So I have some plexiglass sides on my lift out. And one other thing I did finally that I should have did right from the start is installed a circuit breaker. This is an NCE SB1 circuit breaker. I do not have my layout divided up into power districts yet, so I only need one. And I left room here to install more whenever I finally do separate my layout into power districts. But as you see, the track power comes out of the SB5 booster, runs down. I have it run down and cut across there just for looks. Goes into the circuit breaker, and then my bus line comes out of the circuit breaker. So that's just my bus line for my layout. And it goes up and around the entire layout. I have it set for 3.5 amps, so it'll trip at 3.5 amps. The booster's 5 amps, so I figured that was a good place to start. You can set it from, I think, 2.5 amps all the way up to 8 amps. So I set it at 3.5. We'll see how that works, but that should protect everything now. Alright, here are some things I've picked up over the last couple months that I've been away from the video producing aspect of the hobby. Everything you see here I picked up at Midwest Model Railroad, my favorite hobby shop. And don't forget, you can save 5% off your order. One thing you see here is the Athearn Genesis SD70M with flared radiator. I really like this locomotive a lot, especially being a Norfolk Southern fan. The flared radiator SD70Ms. Beautiful locomotive, runs awesome. I installed ESU Loc Sound, so really nice locomotive. I also picked up some of these Walthers mainline well cars. 40-foot well cars. This is a 5-pack here, and this was a single one. And I picked up some of these Walthers containers. They do stack really nice. They got little pegs that go into to hold them together, but that does come apart. This is pretty much probably a re-release of some that they had in the past. But what I do like, I mean, it's a die-cast body, heavy die-cast body. So really nice. Other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot of detail on it, but it's definitely nice, especially for the price. I got some of these lumber loads for my center beams. And this is something new here, Mack Rail. They have a bunch of different products, but they have a bunch of different kinds of these end of train devices, and you get them for different kind of couplers. And this is set up for just a regular KD number 5 coupler, and they just fit right into the end of the coupler. They're not functional or anything, they're just for looks, but they're really nice. They look really nice. So I want to try those out. They come in a 3-pack. They have a bunch of different lines of stuff, this Mack Rail. So I don't know, check them out. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in. I'll see if I can get a close-up of that end of train device whenever I slap it on here and look at it. And something that I wanted to cover. Here I have another Atlas auto rack that I bought. This is a Norfolk Southern one. Now, after I did my review videos on the Atlas, the scale trains, and the Intermountain, I had a bunch of people ask me which one I preferred, or which one is better or worse or whatever. And let me just say, I don't think you can go wrong with the Atlas, but it depends on what you're looking for. Out of all the detailed ones, if you're looking for a highly detailed one, your choice is either Atlas, the scale trains rivet counter version, or the Intermountain. And every one of them have something slightly different, so it kind of depends on what you want. If you want to have operating end doors, then you have to go with Intermountain. They're the only ones that have end doors that open up. If you want see-through grills you have to go with Intermountain. They're the only one with the see-through panels, or grills or panels. I guess you would call them panels. So you would have to go with Intermountain. If you want just etched metal, then you have to go with Scale Trains or Intermountain. The Scale Trains rivet counter does have etched metal, but they're not see-through. Intermountain has etched metal and they're see-through. So it all depends on what you're looking for. And as far as overall detail, I mean, the Atlas has pretty much, I would say, almost the same detail as the Scale Trains rivet counter as far as underbody piping and this and that. If you're looking for just a highly detailed model and it doesn't matter about your see-through panels or etched metal and things like that, you can't go wrong with the Atlas. It's got a lot of detail. It does not have see-through panels. They're not etched metal, but they really look nice. And it's like I said, nicely detailed, and it's the cheaper out of the three. So I guess you just have to weigh your options. If detail's not an important thing for you, then I say just get whatever auto rack is the cheapest. Even the old Walthers kits, I still like those. So if you're not too big on highly detailed, then just get whatever's cheapest. One nice thing I will say about the Atlas and the Intermountain, they come with KD couplers. Scale Trains have their own style coupler, but I don't know. If you're looking for a detailed model, you can't go wrong with the Atlas because it's the cheapest. But like I said, it all depends on your use of the auto rack. Some of the other features may be more important to you. As I get some of these items out on the track to check out, I just wanted to point out these go together really slick. I mean, they're just a peg in a hole. Nice and easy. So as I was checking out these lumber loads from Walthers, I gotta say I'm not very happy at all. This is the first one I got out, and as you can see, there are two pieces to be able to put on the center beam, and they just pull apart. The problem is they were so tight that two of them broke right off. So I mean, I imagine I can maybe glue them, but I don't see them staying on very long, being glued, unless I can really get some good glue. But they fit so tight together that they just broke off me trying to pull them apart. I'm half afraid to even try the other ones. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. So here's the second one I tried. They are together so tight. I did manage to get two of them. This third one, the peg broke off right in the hole. I don't know. I have one more that's still new in the pack. I don't even know if I want to mess with it. Alright, so let's try this. This is the one I said that I just showed you, that one of the posts broke off. I'll try it anyways. Goes in there, so you can fit them together. I guess it's a neat concept if they'd make them come apart a little bit easier, but they don't break off because they're so tight. I don't even know. I don't even want to push them together real tight. I don't want to break my car trying to get them apart. I think I'll just leave it like that for now. I might look for, I don't know, something better. Well, that's all for this update. I'll see you next time.